you.
NXT is just 1 hour too, you know.
Yeah, and they're doing it right. They're doing it right on that show.
Yeah. Now we're live.
Yep. Now we are live on YouTube. I do apologize about for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, like I said one last time, I am the WrestleGamer, Double B Bully Boudreaux, along with Mark, the Smart Traha, and we got a lot to talk about this week.
And he has a screensaver of Oscar.
Hey, for people who know me, should not be surprised about that.
His future baby mama's mama.
Oh, don't go there.
You've
You've been trying that for the last several weeks in the chat room to say that, and you never could get me to say that. You know that, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and get into what the meat and bones of what we're going to be talking about this week. Normally, I don't do weekend reviews here on the show because I normally do it on YouTube throughout the week. But I've had problems being able to record those reviews, so I do apologize about that. So this week's show is going to be a straight up review of what we saw this week of Money in the Bank, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, and NXT. Now, were there really, Mark, for you, were there any really surprises for you when it came to Money in the Bank?
Not really. You know,
I mean,
they always give Money in the Bank to the heels.
Well, let's look at the first one, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match with Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Natalya, and Tamina. There was a little bit of controversy in this one, as we all saw, with the appearance of, and there's Corey. Hey, Corey, you missed us?
Yeah,
what up?
Yeah, we've been having problems getting here the past couple of weeks. So do apologize about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're here tonight.
What you think about James Ellsworth helping out his old lady to get the Money in the Bank?
Man, his name should be James Asshole.
I call him James Ellsworthless.
Yeah.
James Asshole.
We can't say that word on TV, though, Corey.
The words you can't say on TV.
Yeah.
It's not dirty words.
Yeah, it's one of them things we can't say.
Yeah.
My bad, I'm sorry.
I know, but I gotta say, well, we'll discuss more in depth about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. What happened? Well, you know what? No, the Money in the Bank was the week before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? We're gonna toss all that out. We're gonna start over. We're gonna look at Monday Night Raw. My apologies to everybody. Like I said, we were here. We were running late. I do apologize. I should have been more prepared, but I had to stop to get McDonald's on the way here. So I do apologize.
Yeah, that's why he was late.
Ain't no thing, but do your thing.
Somebody was griping because they didn't get their order right. You know?
Yeah, I used to work in fast food, believe it or not, and I've heard everything under the sun. That's not the right date. Open.
2K18, baby, it's coming.
Yeah, what did you think about the trailer for 2K18, Mark? I know you saw that. What did you think about it?
I think it was pretty cool. Everybody, all the older guys, and they thought it was kind of disrespectful, but I thought maybe it was just a cool thing about Seth Rollins.
This game gonna be way better than 2K17.
But what are they gonna do for 2K18 that's gonna try to outshine 2K17? I mean, what does it need? What does it need? What does it have to be done?
I want to see a history of Raw, man.
The history of Raw?
If Vince McMahon can do like
the biggest moments in Raw history?
Yeah, the first thing in Raw of 1, 2, 3 Kid beating Razor Ramon, Blunt the Clown against Macho Man Randy Savage. If Vince McMahon can do like the voices like for Camp WWE. He can do commentary for a video game. I'd rather forget about Camp WWE. I want the best of WWE Raw. That'd be pretty awesome.
So I like the way they got it now.
I don't know, but right now, for those of you who play on the computer like I do most of the time, WWE 2K17 is on sale for $15. So. But anyway, open up Monday Night Raw this week with Roman. Again, I just don't understand why fans just hate the heck out of Roman Reigns. I just don't get it. I don't understand it.
Some people love him. I know somebody that loves him, and I despise her. And it makes me more that I don't like him. He needs to become like a heel. He needs to stop being a tweener. He needs to go be a heel or like, I think he'd be a cool heel. The Rock did it. His cousin The Rock did it. You know, his cousins, the Usos, are making awesome progress with their heel turn.
Well, that could be debatable, but we'll talk about that later. But basically what this opening promo was just a setup for their ambulance match at Great Balls of Fire. I can't believe I had to say that.
And that's going to be good.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Braun Strowman is supposed to be the heel in the angle, and yet he's being cheered for the only sole reason of the fact that fans hate Roman Reigns. It's the John Cena syndrome all over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do they hate him?
I don't understand it.
Because he's just, I don't know, he's bland.
Well, for his robotic delivery of his promos, yes, I can agree with that. But he's got a good in-moveset. He's a good in-ring performer, and yet fans just want to despise the holy hell out of him. And for what?
He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's the guy.
There you go.
Opening match of Monday Night Raw this week featured Finn Balor and the Hardys taking on Elias Samson, Cesaro, and Sheamus.
Pretty good match, I think.
Yeah, it was. I'm just glad that they didn't actually go ahead with the trio.
I got one thing to say about Raw. I'm going to let y'all talk.
What's that?
Didn't I say y'all about Big Cass and Enzo?
Are you looking at the TV right now?
Yeah.
You see the shirt, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
Man, I sure picked the right time to get that shirt, don't you think?
Yes, you did. I told y'all what I told y'all.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Definitely. But we'll talk more about that when we get to that point in the show. The finish of the opening match was Finn Balor hitting the coup de grace on Cesaro to pick up the win. I'm going to say, I thought it was an okay match. But for one thing I was expecting more of, since we saw a lot of promos for it, Mark, was Goldust and R-Truth.
Yeah, they were just waiting for Great Balls of Fire, but it's pretty good. What about
that cameraman? How ridiculous was that?
Yeah, thank you.
It was the Bubba shot.
Yeah, the whole cameraman with him.
It was the Bubba shot. The old Bubba.
Yeah.
It had a famous, I don't know if he's still there. It's a cameraman called Bubba. He used to do the stunts for
Oh, for real?
for like the camera back in the day, during the Attitude Era.
Yeah, I hope he wasn't the guy that was supposed to catch Undertaker at WrestleMania 25.
No, that was Jimmy Snuka Jr.
Oh yeah, Sin Snuka.
Yeah, Sin Snuka.
Yeah.
So what's up with us two fellas?
Well, just watching Monday Night Raw with MITB and the Ball family. This segment made absolutely no sense whatsoever.
I can't stand the Miz.
Now, what I couldn't stand was the Ball family and how overly obnoxious they were.
Hey, boy, hold up. Let me make y'all laugh.
Yeah.
Remember Monday night when Maurice gave him that gift?
You talking about
The clock? Yeah.
talking about the clock?
Yeah. That's when they was in Lafayette.
No.
That
was the week after.
Yeah, that was the week after.
Oh, that was the week after?
Yeah, the one they did in Lafayette was when. By the way, how come we didn't see you over there, Corey?
Yeah.
I didn't have no tickets.
Aw, Corey, I went with my bad hip and a cane, and it only cost me $25.
Yeah. He said he wasn't going, but like we sat
They
right by
let me
it.
park. They let me park on the handicap side, even though technically I'm not handicapped. But
Somebody's ringing from New Orleans. It's
it's probably Will or James. But anyway, Corey, we're gonna go ahead and let you go, man.
All right, y'all.
We love you, Corey.
All right,
The man.
peace. Hey, you're on the air.
You're on the air. New Orleans.
Will,
Hello?
is that you?
What? Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
You're on the air.
Call back when you have your phone problems fixed.
Yes.
But anyway, again, like I said, that segment, I never saw the point of it. First off, I don't even know who the Ball family is. Apparently from what I was told during the live reaction stream, that they're into the NBA and stuff like that. And
I think he used to play, basketball.
Yeah, something to that extent. I don't follow NBA, so I don't care. But the thing is, he was so overly obnoxious. You know, he didn't have to. First off, for God's sake, you could have kept your shirt on. Mm-hmm. Didn't need to see that.
Yeah, there's like a chicken.
He's got more bounce than me.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
And secondly, shaking the ropes, pretending to gyrate like you're a Hogan. You're not Hulk Hogan, Ball. You're not Hulk Hogan. Hogan can get away with it. You cannot get away with it.
Or Ultimate Warrior, you know. Yeah.
Or Batista.
Or Batista, yeah.
They can get away with it. You can't.
Batista sucks anyway.
Well, again, we'll save that for a later show. But again, no point to this segment. I thought it was absolutely 100% horrible.
Yeah.
But it was basically to set up a 6-man tag with Dean Ambrose, Heath Slater, and The Miz taking on The Miz and the Miz-tourage.
Miz-tourage.
In the form of Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. First off, I got to say, I like the idea of the Miz-tourage because it gives Axel and Dallas something to do. Yeah. And that way they don't have to go against jobbers or job out to other people. And
there's another tag team, you know.
Yeah, it's another tag team in for the tag team division on Monday Night Raw. So and they've had success putting two people together for tag teams. And then I believe that might be Will again. Will, is that you?
Is that Will?
Nope.
Who?
Oh, James.
And who is it? Who?
Yep.
Who?
Hey, how you doing?
Ew.
Good.
Well, we were just talking about, first off, the horridly disgusting segment with Miz TV and the Ball family from Monday Night Raw. And I remember during our live reaction coverage of it on YouTube and Twitch, everybody's reaction. And I remember one of the things I said.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was just. And Chauncey says, "Brother WGS-TV, I knew you'd come." Of course. Well, not like that. Not like that. Keep your minds out of the gutter. Not like that. Don't you even start.
Oscar.
But anyway, I gotta say, like I said before, I like the idea of the Miz-tourage. It's a new tag team on the roster. It was a good 6-man tag, but Bo Dallas actually rolled up Rhino to get the win for the Miz and the Miz-tourage. So pretty decent 6-man tag, but the Miz TV segment, Mark, I could have done without.
Yeah, it's kind of like they put it all together, or they just did it last minute, and it.
It's not James, Chauncey. It's not James. It's Will. But now, again, we were just discussing about the whole thing with Enzo and Cass, and as you guys can see, I'm wearing the SAWA AFT. I need to learn to spell, especially when it's right there on my goddamn freaking shirt. SAWFT, soft.
Yeah, you soft.
Yeah, but apparently, I chose the right time to get this shirt, but I don't know where they're going with this, because for one thing, and I always thought that Enzo could have been a good manager for Big Cass. We were even talking about this on the way here tonight. I thought Enzo could have been a good manager because he's a good mouthpiece, because he knows how to talk. Big Cass, not so much. I mean, the only thing Cass really had, and this goes again to what we were talking about.
7 foot tall.
And the SAWA, I did it again. SAWFT.
So.
And now that he's turned heel and they separated him from Enzo, what does he have? Nothing right now. Yeah. So basically, they wiped the slate clean, and they're going to have to start fresh with Cass. They're going to have to give him something that can make him stick with the crowd now that he's no longer there with Enzo.
He could be like a New York Bully or something.
I don't know. Chauncey says not bad.
Yeah, or maybe you think Enzo could be a cruiserweight?
Well, he is within the weight range.
Yeah.
Because the weight limit is 205. Hence the name 205 Live.
Yeah.
Oh, well, did you watch NXT? You did. First up, how great was Mauro Ranallo?
Yeah.
He was horrible.
Mauro Ranallo horrible? What are you on, Will?
Jim Ross is better than them.
Mauro Ranallo is the Jim Ross of this era.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's not on SmackDown or Raw because JBL.
Well, he's on SmackDown because JBL's an ass.
Yeah, he is. Somebody needs to knock out JBL and like maybe Joey Styles can knock out JBL. I would knock out JBL.
But anyway.
Now you want.
Anyway. Following that, we had Seth Rollins and Kurt Hawkins. No brainer there.
Yeah.
Then, of course, it was another promo with Wyatt and Rollins, and more than likely we're going to get a match with them.
Great balls of fire.
Again, yeah.
Jerry Lewis needs some money.
If you about to ask who's gonna win that, you already know my answer.
Beat up Enzo and beat up Will, really, Chauncey?
Yeah, Chauncey. What's the name? Chauncey.
Well, I gotta say this. I am really looking forward to this Brock Lesnar Samoa Joe match.
Yeah, pretty good. They should have like what Jim Cornette said in Table 3. I want to see a WrestleMania match. Brock Lesnar against Samoa Joe.
Well, it's not going to be WrestleMania per se. It's going to be a horribly named pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But we're still going to get a pay-per-view match out of them. Yeah. Now, the question is, how are they going to work this match? Well, we're going to talk about that when it comes time to do our pay-per-view breakdown show right here on WrestleDOWN, which will be in probably in a couple of weeks, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But
I think it's next week.
Might be. Yeah. Go ahead and check. As Chauncey says, I is a big Cass kind of guy. Well, if Cass doesn't have the SAWFT, I almost did it again.
Yeah.
SAWFT. If he doesn't have that, what does Cass have, Chauncey? Nothing. Yeah, he's 7 foot tall, but now he's separated from Enzo, who's basically the better mouthpiece of the group.
Yeah.
So what does Cass have? If he doesn't have the soft
Nothing.
anymore.
You can say Cass your soft.
Nothing.
Yeah, but for those of ask of last week.
Be more specific, Chauncey.
Yeah, because we're not sure what you're talking about.
What you talking about?
Or as my favorite streamer Patrick Stat would say, "What did you say?"
What'd you say?
But anyway, when it comes to the whole conversation, I like the way they pulled it off. But you can tell for one thing, if you have like the right kind of makeup or I'm not even sure what they could apply to the face of Brock Lesnar and made it look as red as it did. But you can tell even on the entrance that Brock Lesnar's face was an abnormal color.
Yeah.
So again, doing the Conquista clutch on the staging there. Jacob was supposed to bring us some water, by the way. He never showed up. Because I'm still hot.
The Cass have it.
This Cass does not have it.
I kind of like it. You know, somebody is not afraid of Brock Lesnar. Somebody gets stick up to Brock Lesnar.
They did that with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
They did that with Roman Reigns for WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
And again, people can say that he sucks, but they will not give a solid reason as to why they say it. I, for one, my only issue, and I've said it for weeks in,
He's still got
out.
the same entrance. He still got the same gimmick. Like
so does Seth Rollins. So does Triple H. So does The Undertaker. What are their excuses? And again, I will agree with the fans on one thing. Roman Reigns' delivery on his promo is very robotic. It's very dry. There's very little emotion to it.
Believe that. Boom.
That's the only thing I have with Roman Reigns. Other than that, I think he's a terrific talent. He's got a good moveset, and he works well in the ring.
5 moves of doom.
5 moves of doom.
Yeah, that's what he has.
But anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. I got to say, it's going to be very interesting.
Your party on hold has disconnected the line. The call cannot be transferred.
All right.
Okay. What that was about, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But thank you very much.
You don't like me. You hate me.
No, I think that might have been somebody here in the studio. I'm not sure. But anyway, we had a quick match with Lindsay Dorado and Neville.
Neville's killing it as the Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, but what are they doing with Akira Tozawa, putting him with the Titus brand? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I think Titus O'Neil's probably gonna be like a bully to him.
I don't know, but Neville would unlock the inverted rings of Saturn on Dorado. Neville would pick up the win, and then once again, cut a promo on Tozawa, and then Titus would come out to respond, which is kind of good considering the fact that Tozawa's English probably isn't very good.
Yeah.
So it's good that there's a mouthpiece for him as well, even though it's just Titus O'Neil. And now let's talk about the whole WWE Dream Match: Jeff Hardy versus Big Cass. On what planet is that a dream match?
Yeah, it's just him high flying. Big Cass is catching him, I guess, and throwing him. And he's 7 foot.
Chauncey, what are you smoking? And can I have a hit?
You don't want to.
Anyway, it started out with, I believe it was Bayley and Nia Jax. And basically, it was just Nia Jax running through everybody. Running through, I believe, Mickie James, Dana Brooke. Yeah. Then it was Emma. And then it came down to Sasha Banks. Now, here's how I could tell why WWE was going to pull it off with Sasha Banks. Because for one thing, when you're doing an angle for a championship, a heel versus heel, which is what Nia Jax is, she's a heel. Yeah. Heel versus heel would not be very interesting.
Yeah, and a lot of people were mad. Yeah, I think Sasha Banks is, awesome but I think, I don't think she's gonna win because Alexa Bliss can do her trickery.
Yeah, well, like I said, we could talk about that when we do the pay-per-view breakdown show. Yeah. But that's how they pretty much would cap off Monday Night Raw, with Sasha Banks winning the gauntlet match and becoming the new #1 contender for a goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So,
hey, leave it alone, man. Jerry Lewis is good. Jerry Lewis, I mean.
Well, when I look at Monday Night Raw, I got to go 3 out of 5. I thought it was basically a show that was just right down the middle. It wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah. But the person I think kills it on Raw right now is probably Neville and
Samoa Joe's good too.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's really good.
And why is Strowman so freaking popular? Again, because fans hate the hell out of Roman Reigns.
And they want to get Roman. They want to see Roman Reigns get his butt kicked.
I even remember that last week, the week that Monday Night Raw was in the Acadiana Dome, your birthday is on July 3rd. Well, happy early birthday there, Chauncey.
Yeah.
And I don't believe we're going to be on the air next week because of the whole Festival International. I think ALC Studios will be closed next week.
And it's America's birthday. Bump, 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 bump. Lex Luger Express.
Yeah. Now, how would SmackDown... Oh, what was your score for Raw?
3 out of 5. But it could have been better. I didn't like the MITB.
Yeah, that had to be definitely hands down just regurgitatingly awful. Yep. Now, would SmackDown have any segments like that? Oh yeah. But they had them. They had a regurgitating segment.
What fashion?
But no, not that. I actually enjoyed that. I thought it was funny.
But who is it?
I'm talking about Mike and Maria Kanellis. They made pretty much their debut of sorts on SmackDown Live this past week, and it was only the second time we've seen them, because the first time they made their official debut at Money in the Bank.
They're gonna be the Miz and Maurice of SmackDown.
No, they're not. They're not even close. First off, for Maria Kanellis to have them dub her the first lady of the WWE makes me sick to my stomach.
First lady of WWE is doesn't even
No, the first lady of WWE will forever be Miss Elizabeth. Yeah. She is the first lady of professional wrestling and will forever have that title.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
So for them to stick that gimmick on Maria Kanellis makes me utterly sick. But what makes me even sicker to my stomach is this whole lovey-dovey garbage.
He just don't like talking about love.
No.
That's what Billy thinks.
No. At the ripe age of 36, going on 37 in a month, I have never experienced love, and I really don't give a crap about experiencing it. But then again, this is not Insight into Mental Health. This is WrestleDOWN, the discussion of wrestling now. Yeah. So, by the way, Insight into Mental Health, also a great show with Bob Bienvenu. Be sure you check it out.
And Mr. Michael Phelps.
Yep. No, not Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps is an Olympic swimmer.
Or Mr.
Mr. Phelps.
Yeah.
Mr. Phelps. But anyway, we'd start off with SmackDown Live with James Ellsworth pretty much just getting banned From Chancy says, did not see Raw on Monday. I was at the Detroit fireworks.
Good for you. Don't think good.
Oh! You're talking about what's coming up this Monday night? Okay.
What's Mobot?
A Moobot is another one of the chat bots I have in the chat room to help moderate the chat.
Yeah, but James
Ellsworth would get banned. How ridiculous was it to see him running around like a chicken with its head cut off?
It was just funny. I guess they wanted to make it funny.
But out would come the Hype Bros and the Usos. Hype Bros pretty much on the high with the return of Zack Ryder. And then the victory they had at the Money in the Bank kickoff. So they would take on the Usos. Boy, did that get stopped dead in its tracks, didn't it?
Yeah. But I could see the Hype
Back
Bros
to jobbing for the Hype Bros.
But I think Hype Bros, I see them as a team against the Usos later on.
And you know what? I think it's a little bit of unfair because if you think about it, Baron Corbin the year before won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and look where he is right now. He has the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, last year, who won it?
Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, and where is he right now? Jobbing with Zack Ryder as a tag team.
I think they'll do something with the Usos and with the Hype Bros.
But I think right now they're doing more with the New Day. I can tell you what, I can't describe what the New Day said or what they did because of the fact that I don't understand it.
They're just talking smack, or they're talking the inner city.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
But up next, the Fashion Vice Breezango interrogating the Ascension.
Get them the Eddie Money tickets. Two tickets to Paradise.
2 tickets to Eddie Money. You're a James Ellsworth kind of guy. Well, I would give you a one-finger salute, but it wouldn't be the one-finger salute that would keep me here on AOC.
It's the Steve Austin salute.
Yeah.
Stone Cold
I would tell you at number 1 with a bullet.
Yeah.
Let's just leave the Fashion Vice segment alone because it was... I gotta say, hands down, better than the Mike and Maria Kanellis segment.
Yeah.
The SmackDown Women's Championship match, Naomi and Lana. Man, you want to talk about stopping things dead in its track. The Money in the Bank match they had with Naomi and Lana, I thought that was good.
Yeah.
It was a good match. It had a lot of good drama, a lot of good spots. This one on SmackDown Live, basically, Lana just got squashed by Naomi.
Yeah, but I don't think they think Lana's... You think Lana's ready to be on, wrestling?
I think she is.
Yeah.
I think she is.
You're not saying because she's hot, right?
She's starting to develop her own fan base, and when I saw her compete for the
You
first
like her
time...
outfits. You just like her outfits.
She's not Asuka.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. But I think they need to build her up some more. If anything, they probably should have sent her down to NXT to train her.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and speaking of that, a lot of other people need to be sent back down to the NXT.
Elias Sampson and Baron Corbin.
No, Baron Corbin I think has earned a spot. Elias Sampson, I'm on the fence about. But anyway,
I can think of you can think about better characters for Elias Sampson.
We can make better characters on a WWE video game.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that. Next up, Randy Orton pretty much just took care of Aiden English.
Yeah.
Who I don't understand to sing like that. It's ridiculous. It's and by the way, don't ever let me do that again.
Yeah. But maybe he's on the roster because he's a
jobber now.
Poor guy.
But he's earning a paycheck.
Someone Gotch wouldn't have gotten a fight with Sakara, he would have been still here. And I like the Bob Villains.
Yeah. But anyway.
But he's Eddie Guerrero's son-in-law, right? Did you know that?
Who?
Aiden English. He's married to Eddie Guerrero's daughter, oldest daughter.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check up on that.
Yeah, he got some Latino heat.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Let's not touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
But anyway, Randy Orton basically came out, took care of Aiden English, and then demanded another match. This is basically a setup to bring back the Punjabi prison match. For those of you who don't know, the last time WWE had a Punjabi prison match...
It's Great Khali.
And Batista. I'm trying to remember what year it was, but it was for the WWE title.
It's like 08, 06, 07, 09.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure when we do the breakdown for Battleground in about 3 to 4 weeks, we'll have more accurate information for you. Now, I was never happier Tuesday night to see Sami Zayn than when he interrupted Mike and Maria Kanellis, because I was literally about to heave when I saw them. But before they could utter a word, out would come Sami Zayn, and I got to say, thank you, Sami Zayn, for sparing us the headache and the misery that would have been Mike and Maria Kanellis. Yeah. Thank you.
And I feel bad for Sami Zayn. He's jobbing out now, and he has more talent than that.
Yeah, I agree, but they just need to pick the right spot for him. And right now, they don't have anything.
I think
they
should have done something with him with they should have made a triple threat match with him and AJ Styles.
Why am I not surprised you're a Carmella kind of guy, since we're about to talk about the women's Money in the Bank match? First off,
pretty good match.
Better than what they did on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Yeah. But they basically just took the Money in the Bank briefcase away from Carmella just to give it right back to her. So what was the whole freaking point of having the second Money in the Bank match in the first place? Why waste everybody's time? If you're not going to put it on somebody else,
or they've wasted instead of putting on another pay-per-view.
Then why put it back? Why give it back to the same person you took it away from in the first place?
Because I think she's like...
That's basically dangling a carrot in front of everybody, saying, you know what, we all know you hate Carmella. We're going to take the briefcase away from her only for a week, but we're going to give it back to her next week, and you guys are going to have to swallow that pill.
Is she only a heel woman on SmackDown?
Natalia's also heel, so is Tamina.
Natalia should have won it. She kind of deserves it. You know, Natalia never won the women's championship, and she kind of deserves it.
But yeah, that's how I kind of view this Money in the Bank ladder match. I mean, you took the briefcase off of her just to give it right back to her the next week. I don't understand that. I don't understand the move of it. I don't understand the plot. That pretty much Vince McMahon, and we even talked about this on the way here, has lost the plot. Yeah, he has lost the plot seriously.
It's and one thing I like a writer. Somebody interviewed one of the former writers, and he said he tried to write good segments and good things for the wrestlers' characters. It's like talking to a brick wall and talking to a child with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's pretty much, you can't talk sense to him at all. He's in his ways. He's never going to change with anything. Even Triple H probably couldn't talk sense into Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's pretty much...
McMahon needs to step down.
Yeah. He's 70... Yeah, he's...
I don't know how old he is, but it doesn't matter how old he is. He has basically gone senile with some of his creative decisions as of late. So as far as SmackDown goes, I'm going to give it a 3.25 out of 5. I thought it was slightly better than SmackDown Live. I thought...
But your pick as the best show
was NXT, hands
down.
Until
Live is really good, too.
But NXT, by far... what was your score for SmackDown?
The same as what you said, but I think it could have been better with the Money in the Bank and stuff, and with the.
If you have WWE Network, I'm begging you, everybody who watches this, watch NXT.
Watch NXT until
watch NXT
until 5 Live too.
Watch NXT.
Yeah.
What they're doing on that show, they're doing it right.
Yep.
First off, Mauro Ranallo is now the lead announcer on NXT. Check number 1.
Yep. And Nigel McGuinness is color commentary.
Check number 2.
Check number 2.
As far as Percy Watson goes, I'll leave it as a question mark.
Yeah.
But the rest of the show was absolutely done well for a 1-hour show. They're doing it right.
They didn't need to make NXT 2 hours.
Velveteen Dream and Ho Ho Loon. Shut up, Chauncey. We're not even going to read it. We're not even going to acknowledge that statement. We're not even going to acknowledge that statement, Chauncey. I'm going to demod you for that one if you keep it up.
Yeah.
But anyway, Velveteen Dream and Ho Ho Loon. Basically, it's Ho Ho Loon dropping out to Velveteen Dream, but Dream would hit the top rope elbow drop on Loon to pick up the win. It feels funny saying Dream without referring to Dusty Rhodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Velveteen Dream. I don't know.
Kind of a weird gimmick in a sense, but
he's like Prince. He's like remember the
yeah. They even called
Prince,
even call that move the top rope elbow drop the Purple Rainmaker. I think that's what Mauro Ranallo called it, which was another advantage to having Mauro Ranallo.
Did you like? And it's pretty much a copy of Prince Acadiana. He did the formerly artist known as
the artist formerly known as Prince Ikea. I remember that one.
Yeah, WCW.
Yeah. And then also Orlando Jordan did his own version of it as well, I believe in TNA.
Yeah.
Where he was really out there. Up next, it was Oni Lorcan and Hideo Itami. This was based over what happened several weeks ago with Itami hitting 4 GTSs on Oni Lorcan.
I think Hideo Itami's ready to be
Did you see that shot that Lorcan laid down on Itami's nose and the way his nose looked?
Yeah.
After that one, that's a break right there.
Yeah.
But they stuffed cotton up his nose, both nostrils, and he still went back out there and worked the match. That's a trooper right there.
I know he is. And I think he needs to be on NXT. I think SmackDown or Raw is gonna mess him up. I think he's better at NXT.
Yeah, but think about this. He was working the match. He had his 2 nasal passages stuffed with cotton with a possible broken nose. The only way he has to breathe was through his mouth, and he still works the match. Yeah, that man is a trooper.
He is. He's tough.
But following that, they would have, of course, the crazy Nikki Cross come into the ring and kind of distract.
Is she the one with Eric Young?
Yeah, with Sanity.
Yeah, Sanity.
Who ended up attacking Itami, who had called down there Cassius Ohno, and now next week on NXT we'll have a tag match, Cassius Ohno and Hideo Itami to take on Sanity. Look for Itami to go full heel turn next week. I'm calling it right now.
Hideo
Itami, calling it right down the middle. He's going to turn on Cassius Ohno next week. I see it coming. It's clear as day. That's one of the things I don't like about professional wrestling. When you see a storyline developing, and I see what they're trying to do with Itami and Cassius Ohno, they're trying to turn Itami heel, and they're going to do it by how? Beat up Mauro. Beat yourself off, Chauncey. That's all I'm going to tell you.
He probably will tonight. Be all alone.
Yeah, by looking at my picture. That's a horrifying thought. But
the pretty good segment. I didn't watch it. I'll watch little parts of it. The NXT Women's Last Woman Standing match.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
First off, there is a reason why I love Asuka.
Yeah.
And it's not because she's insanely hot.
Yeah.
She kicks ass.
Yeah, she does.
And she's not afraid to take a bump when she needs to take a bump. And neither is Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
Neither is Nikki Cross. What I am surprised is there was no appearance by Ruby Riott.
Or Insanity.
No, Insanity. Sanity, I don't think would have been there, and even if they did, then something would have happened where Regal would have just reversed the decision because it wouldn't have been fair. But man, they power bombs onto a steel of chairs on the floor.
Yeah.
And then the finish of the match being a superplex through a ladder off a ladder through the announcer's table. Mm-hmm. Again. They did spots that the women in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match should have done. They did those spots. That's why NXT by far is the superior show of WWE 4 out of 5. I thought it was that great. And you know what? I'm going to add a half point, 4.5 out of 5, because of the fact that Mauro Ranallo is now the lead announcer on NXT.
And Nigel McGuinness is color commentator.
And again, Percy Watson is just there to be the Byron Saxton of NXT.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, so Will, can you? Will's not even on the phone right now, Chauncey. Will, can you do Juju on that beat? What the hell does that even mean?
I
have no idea what that means, but well, anyway, guys and gals, we are sorry that we have to cut this episode short because we were late, but that's pretty much going to be it.
Show up, Team Dog Pound.
And I believe next week, if I'm not mistaken, will be the pay-per-view breakdown show for Great Balls of Fire. Be sure you tune in for that next week, Thursday. No, we can't do it next week because of the fact that AOC is going to be closed. Yeah. So no pay-per-view breakdown show.
Yeah.
So what I might do is, guys, I might do a short video on it myself on YouTube. So be sure you look for that.
That one, that's Moss or your friends.
Yeah, and as of late, for those of you who don't know, as of Monday night, WGS-TV has went up over 1,800 subscribers. So we are 200 away from 2,000 subs. Yeah. That's going to be another big milestone to check out, guys.
I hope we get something like from WWE, like WrestleMania.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be we're a long ways away from that.
We'll get Nick to write him a letter and stuff. Try to get us.
So again, a reminder: we will not be on the air next week because of Festival International. AOC Studios will be closed. We will not be here. But we will be here the week after. We're talking about a lot of stuff and possibly what happened at Great Balls of Fire if I don't do it myself on YouTube. So, again, I want to thank everybody who joined me this week. That's Chauncey in the chat room, Will for calling in, and Corey. And, of course, he's Mark the Smart Traha. And I am your friendly neighborhood Russell Gamer, reminding all of you guys out there to stay awesome. Bye, guys!
Peace out. I don't think we're still in there.